It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this Thursday. What is today? 4th day of May. May the 4th, yeah. We're coming up on two very important days this week. Saturday, of course, is Derby Day, and it's also National Naked Gardening Day. That's always been an important day in my life. Anyway, coming to you live from Port Limon. Well, actually not yet. Some of you may have seen my live stream yesterday afternoon after I did my show. The captain came on and announced that there was some issues with one of our engines, and as a result, they had to reduce their top speed, which put us late getting into Port Limon today. As a result, a lot of the excursions, the longer excursions, had to be canceled. Excursions like mine, which is not so long, it's a 3-hour excursion. They just moved them. They just shuffled time a little bit. So that part of it was nice. But several of the people in the group had the longer excursions that they were canceled out of. So they were scurrying, trying to get other excursions for today. There is no information further that I've been able to find anywhere on the ship. There's not even rumors in crew where you find rumors of everything. So no idea how serious the engine issue is or if it's fixable on the fly. Most of the time on cruise ships, when we're talking about engine issues, you're dealing with azipods. There's two things with azipods. One is that to be fixed, it has to go to a dry dock, which that's a major fix. But there's also the electrical kind of side of things that's a much easier fix. Maybe that can be done on the fly, which appears to be whatever the issue is. They hope to get it done and go on, because there's been no changes of times or anything on any other ports, no cancellations of anything at this point. And nobody seems to not. One of the officers just walked by just a minute ago, and I grabbed him and asked him. No information on it. So that's what's up. So I am still doing my excursion today. Keep in mind that Friday and Monday we will be at odd times, and I have no idea for sure what time it is. Just like I had no idea what today was going to bring. I actually could have done this another half hour or so late, but I chose to do it on the even hour. And that's, and the reason that happened is because my excursion's delayed. Had the excursion been on time today, I would have had to do this even earlier. So, all right, we do have some headlines this morning. Lead story is a crew member with Medevac in Greece. Katie McAllister is the new president over at Cunard. American Cruise Line names 2 new cruise ships in different parts of the world. Well, different parts of the country, let's put it that way. And CFC Croisières Renaissance delayed. And much more live here at 9 a.m. today instead of our normal 11 a.m. time. Today, folks, is National Orange Juice Day. Now, I like orange juice. I'm going to go get some breakfast as soon as I get off the air, because the breakfast restaurants are just opening right now. But I'm going to head that way shortly. And I'll always get orange juice, especially when I'm on a cruise. So, National Orange Juice Day. So make sure you have a glass along the way. It's good for you, and it's good. If you're listening by the podcast, to access the podcast, you can always do so via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. If you're listening on the podcast and want to hop over to the video feed at any time, there's always a link in the description of the podcast that will allow you to do just that. And you can switch over to the video side of things, see any pictures or clips that you might want to view. I am broadcasting from Deck 6 in the atrium. So guest services is here. The cruise next folks are here. The shore excursion people are here. The internet guy is here. And of course, the atrium bar and Starbucks is all in this area, which we'll call the atrium. I don't even know what it's called, if it's called anything different. But that's where I am this morning. It's kind of a low chair. I moved off the scooter because the table's really low, and the camera would be at such an angle if I was sitting on the scooter that I'd be looking solid at the ceiling lights. So, it was the best I could do to come up with framing myself in the picture. So, anyway, so I'm a bit uncomfortable just because the chair's so, it's so low. We do have several things to talk about today. One thing before I get to that is Cruise Amigos this afternoon is canceled. I spoke with John last night. His test went well, I guess, but they're going to schedule him now, and I believe it's toward the end of June. He has to go in and have some kind of surgical procedure on his heart. Not a bad open heart surgery kind of thing, but still, he's going to have some work done on his heart. So anyway, that will be coming ahead for John. And since I'm going to be on my excursion for the timing of the Cruise Amigos today, and not knowing how John would feel after that yesterday, we just decided to cancel the show. So that's what we did. All right, today's top story. Crew member from the Oceania Marina was medically evacuated in Greece after experiencing an urgent medical condition. According to Cunard, a Greek news outlet, ship officers requested a medical evacuation from the Port Authority of Thira while the vessel was anchored in Fira Bay in Sardinia. The crew member was safely transported by sea to the port of Athens and then taken by ambulance to a private clinic. Oceania Marina, operated by Oceania Cruises, excuse me. There it is. Oceania Cruises, which operate this, took care of the matter relatively quickly. They were on a 7-night cruise from Civitavecchia to Athens when the incident occurred. There's no further details on the identity of the man or the nature of the crew member's injury. And at least in that, they call it an injury rather than a sickness. Now, I'm not sure how the distinction is made. on that, but that is what it is. All right, this is Mobility Awareness Month. Did you know that more than 18 million people in North America have mobility issues? And that's why Scootaround is committed to making life easier for people with disabilities by providing information, itinerary products, and services that enhances our customers' knowledge base. Right now, if you order any mobility need item, I don't care if it's a scooter, if it's a wheelchair, power chair, any kind of chair, on down to, can't think of something that would be dirt cheap. But anyway, those are all available from Scootaround. Just call 888-441-7575 and use SRN 11137, and the old fat guy gets a little credit for it. All right, in a move that really wasn't as much a surprise as you might think, Cunard has filled the vacancy of president when Cunard named Katie McAllister as president. She was appointed the new president of Cunard, according to an announcement by the company. Starting in August, McAllister will join the Southampton-based cruise line after a 20-year career at TUI, where she currently serves as chief marketing officer for the UK and Ireland. Throughout her time at TUI, McAllister, her feed held various positions across the organization, including roles in overseas delivery, commercial operations, digital, and marketing. As the chief marketing officer, she's a member of the UK and Ireland board and overseas sales channels and marketing for TUI. First choice and Marilla Cruises in the region, as well as global responsibility for TUI brand and digital marketing. So quite a bit of background for Katie. Congratulations to her. I have twice over the years have had to send emails to them for one thing or another, and she does respond back right away. So I will be back with a couple more stories. Not a whole lot of news today, folks, but a couple more stories after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. All right. American Cruise Line. Boy, they had a big day yesterday. American Cruise Line christened an American Jazz in a canyon at the Idaho border, an American Serenade alongside a Louisiana bayou. That's about as different as you can get. The 180 passenger sister vessels are two of the line's 6 modern riverboats from Chesapeake Shipbuilding in Salisbury, Maryland. We're tickled to see those ships going. I have not done a river cruise. However, these are accessible. They have an accessible stateroom, unfortunately only one, but they do have an elevator so you can access every deck. So I'm hoping it's sometime soon to do one of the American Cruise Line cruises. And finally this morning, the Renaissance, which is owned, of course, by CFC Croisières, which is a new French line, They have delayed the debut of the first vessel Renaissance due to ongoing technical work that requires more specialization than first realized. CFC Croisières was initially scheduled to debut with Renaissance on May the 14th, but instead the new company has been forced to cancel all sailings until June 28th. Book guests are being offered significant compensation packages. And of course, the Renaissance originally was Holland America's Mazda. So we will gladly follow along with the Mazdam's history as we go on. All right. Let's see if anybody didn't make it in the chat room. We got a few people here. That's good. Katie's with us. Is your excursion still on for today? Yes, it is. Nikki's here. Hi, Nick. Gretchen's with us. And of course, everybody's saying good morning back and forth. Oh, so Gretchen, wait a minute, I missed out on that. Oh, is the kitchen done? They're working on it right now. Should be done soon. Okay. That's the ongoing remodeling job that's been in Gretchen's, been a headache in Gretchen's life for some time now. Somebody suggested that I ought to see about changing cabins on this ship. There's nothing to change. There's nothing available. This ship is totally sold out. And my cabin, I love it. You know, it's very spacious. I have plenty of room for both my scooter and my wheelchair. Which that's another thing I was surprised about. Of course, I can always fold up the scooter. I mean the wheelchair. But it is definitely some folks that I've got to do, and that is keep a scooter on a cruise ship all the time. Now, the wheelchair is going to be great for an excursion because I can do things ashore that I can't do on the scooter. So, Gretchen says they took 3 weeks from tear out to completion of the kitchen overall. I think that was pretty good. Yeah, it was. Nikki says, may the 4th be with you too. Let's see here. Okay, Mike's with us. Hi, Mike. I'm just scrolling down through here and I'm having trouble reading some of them. Chillie, you look rested. I'm sure you're having a great time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We went to a whole gang of us. There was 9, I believe it was, no, it was 11. 11 people went to dinner last night. We ate at Taste, which is one of the main dining rooms, had a nice dinner, very pleasant chat with folks. And it's a little late, you know, we were trying to go to dinner a little later than I like, but still, you know, I'm trying to do what the majority of people want to do. So it was probably, you know, 7:30 before we got in to eat. So by the time you got done and out, it was, you know, it was pushing 10 o'clock or something. And I'm done. So I go to bed because I just still get up in the middle of the night, whichever time we're on. At least I haven't done anything stupid today because they didn't change clocks last night. Thank goodness. let us know how the excursion goes. Oh, you can be sure. Yeah, I'm going to film like crazy, probably write some stuff on it. It'll be all over the place. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm just so excited that after all the cruises I've been on, that I couldn't get on excursions, and now I've got 4 on this cruise. So that's just awesome. And my special thanks to the excursion desk. They did a nice job for me. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Again, I'll do a show tomorrow. I just don't know when. It will be off schedule, however, it's going to be earlier than 11 o'clock. Let's put it that way. So that'll be sometime tomorrow. Okay, that's going to wrap me up, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. I'll be back with you tomorrow from someplace in Panama, wherever we're stopping tomorrow. Tomorrow's Panama Day. Cologne, Panama, that's where we're stopping. Be in Cologne, Panama tomorrow, and then Cartagena the day after that, and then Aruba and Curacao. So it's all back to back to back now that we started here. Whenever we get into Puerto Plata, I'm not seeing anything yet as far as land goes, and I can't see out the other side. So anyway, I'll see everybody back here tomorrow. Thanks for being with me. I hope the signal was better today. I moved around until I found what looked like a good signal. You might want to let me know on that one. And I will see everybody back here tomorrow. Y'all have a fantastic day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Later, guys.